Hi team, I just wanted to make a video to introduce you guys a little bit to the Probio5 and all the different things that are in it. This is going to be kind of a long video, hopefully not more than 10 minutes. I'm going to go into all the details of the active ingredients, the inactive ingredients, and why it's important to take a probiotic, and a little bit about gut health. So first, I want to say that we have 5 supercharged high-quality probiotics in our Probio5, in addition to an enzyme blend, an antifungal, vitamin C, and vitamin B6. These are all the active ingredients. So first, we're going to talk about those high-quality probiotics. The first one is Bacillus coagulans. It is a spore-forming probiotic that requires no refrigeration. It produces lactic acid, which releases energy to resynthesize ATP without oxygen. The lactic acid makes gut conditions unsuitable for pathogenic bacteria, and this particular one has been used for over 50 years in probiotics. The second probiotic that we have is Lactobacillus acidophilus. This is the powder form of the normal friendly bacteria that live in our intestines. When we talk about friendly bacteria, you might also hear flora or gut flora. They're the same thing. Gut flora is just the good bacteria that lives in our digestive systems. This replenishes that flora and reduces the overgrowth of yeast. This is done when it breaks down food and forms substances such as lactic acid and hydrogen peroxide, which create an unfriendly environment for bad bacteria. The third probiotic we have is Bifidobacterium longum. This is one of the most important bacteria in our bodies because it keeps our digestive system running smoothly, blocks the growth of harmful bacteria, and boosts our immune system. It converts sugars into lactic acid via fermentation. This process helps lower the pH in our lower intestines. This probiotic also plays an important role in early human life. Babies get it through breast milk to help boost their immune system. The fourth one is Lactobacillus plantarum. This has exceptional ability to provide digestive and protective support with strong adhesion and growth within the gut. It can reinforce the barriers of intestinal mucosa, preventing attachment of pathogenic bacteria to the intestinal wall. It also continuously fights diseases. The fifth probiotic we have is Saccharomyces boulardii. This is important for the maturation of our immune system, the development of normal intestinal morphology, and in order to maintain a chronic and immunologically balanced inflammatory response. It helps to regulate the intestine and protect them from pathogens and other things that can damage the intestinal lining. This particularly helps with those who have IBS or Crohn's disease. Okay, so those were our probiotics, and now we're going to talk about the enzymes. We have 4 enzymes in our probiotic. We have protease, which helps us digest different proteins. Without it, our intestines wouldn't be able to digest them, causing serious health issues. This also digests the cell walls of harmful organisms and breaks down unwanted wastes, i.e. toxins, cellular debris, or undigested proteins. The second enzyme is chitosanase. This targets and breaks down Candida yeast while making it vulnerable to our natural immune systems. The third is serrapeptase. This is a super enzyme that serves as an anti-inflammatory. It promotes a healthier inflammatory and immune system, joint health, and is great for connective tissues and tendons. The fourth enzyme is cellulase. This breaks down cellulose, the carbohydrate that is the main part of the cell walls in plants. Okay, so why do we have enzymes? What makes them so important in the Probio5? So yeast and fungal organisms are comprised of proteins, chitin, and cellulose structures. Enzymes break these down. Our microencapsulated enzymes are designed to do this to the outer layer of yeast and fungal organisms. Enzymes are efficient, effective, and necessary in the destruction of yeast and fungi. Okay, so the next active ingredient we're going to talk about is the friendly flora or good bacteria that is also in the Probio5. This helps replenish what is lost to the bad bacteria and yeast in our gut. It is delivered in a microencapsulation system to ensure they reach their intended destination in our body, which helps rebuild the damage done by the yeast and fungal overgrowths. The next one is vitamin C. This is essential in enzymatic reactions. It helps the enzymes in the Probio5 do their thing. It also helps wound healing, repairing and maintaining bone and teeth health. Vitamin C also helps our bodies absorb iron. It is known as a powerful antioxidant, blocks some free radical damage. It's important for heart health and also helps relax the blood vessels. The next one is vitamin B6. This is required by enzymes involved in protein and red blood cell metabolism. It also increases the amount of oxygen carried by the blood. A well-oxygenated body is resistant to yeast and fungi. This is going to be especially important to remember for when we talk about BioCleanse in the next video, because BioCleanse is all about an oxygenated body as well. Okay, so the last active ingredient and my personal favorite is the grapeseed extract. This is such a cool ingredient because it's very rare in probiotics. So this acts as an antifungal and a very powerful antioxidant that fights free radicals. It is 20 times more powerful than vitamin C and 50 times more powerful than vitamin E. In addition, it is an antiviral, antibacterial, and an anti-inflammatory substance. This is important because it makes your gut an unattractive place for yeast to live, therefore hindering them from reinfesting your gut after you've worked so hard to clean it out. Okay, so those were all of the active ingredients in Probio5. So I'm going to mention briefly the 2 inactive ingredients. We have gelatin. This naturally binds to water and helps waste through the digestive tract. The second one is brown rice powder. This actually serves as food for the probiotics in our capsules. Okay, so now I want to talk a minute about the importance and many functions of gut health and gut flora. So our body is host to over 100 trillion bacteria, most of them in our gut. We have way more bacteria in our bodies than in human cells. The gut is the principal area of our body where exchanges are made between us and the exterior world. It also is where nutrient uptake takes place. Consequently, the gut is also the major area of contact with toxins and pathogens. Because of this, most diseases start in the gut. Our body understands the major role of the gut in our health and concentrates over 70% of our immune system in it. Our gut bacteria are so intrinsically related to the health of the gut that we cannot talk about gut health without focusing on having healthy gut flora. There are so many things that can go wrong with the gut and gut flora that can manifest in the gut itself, but also elsewhere in our bodies. Some of the most well-known gut problems are inflammatory bowel disease, irritable bowel syndrome, gastroesophageal reflux disease, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, celiac disease, and small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. On the opposite side, you have autism, schizophrenia, depression, and anxiety are all mental disorders that have strong ties to gut flora problems. So leaky gut is when large proteins get through the intestinal wall when they're not supposed to. This permits foreign proteins to enter our bloodstream. The body then manufactures antibodies against those foreign proteins. Some of these bad proteins often mimic proteins already present in our bodies, such as in the thyroid gland or the pancreas. This, along with the newly formed antibodies, makes the body attack its own tissues. So here we're talking about Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease, or Graves' disease for the thyroid, and type 1 diabetes for the pancreas. Finally, inflammation that starts in the gut often leads to inflammation elsewhere in the body, like the joints or the arteries, which can be the chief causes of cardiovascular disease and arthritis. Okay, so when we're talking about probiotics in general, what makes ours different? Why is Probio5 so great? In addition to all the ingredients I just talked about, our probiotic contains 2 billion CFUs, which is honestly less than others out there. However, the quality of ours is far greater, and that's what's really important. We have 4 families of probiotics represented, which help many different areas of our bodies, as I described before. More often than not, you would have to take 4 separate pills to get that from other companies. Not to mention the antifungal and the enzymes that come in our pill as well. Our probiotics are freeze-dried, which ensures that extra quality also. So a couple quick fun facts to think about is that when we have a proper intestinal balance, our nutrient absorption goes up, and therefore our body is more able to absorb the nutrients from the food and any other vitamins or products that we might be taking. The next thing is that Probiotics are especially recommended when you're taking antibiotics because they kill bacteria, good and bad. So when you're taking an antibiotic, you should especially be on a probiotic to help restore that balance. Okay, so I know that was super in-depth, and if you have any questions at all, please let me know or talk to your upline. I hope this was helpful in describing why our probiotic is so fantastic and why everybody should be on it. Thank you so much, team. Have a great day.